Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here and you are interested in videos about babies, pregnancies and so forth, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Alright, this week's video we're going to talk about the second trimester. Now the second trimester usually lasts from 13 to 26 weeks. Remember last video we talked about the first trimester and what my experience with starting my prenatal clinic, my vitamins and all of that. We spoke about that in the first video. If you haven't watched the first video, you can go ahead and watch that after or before all of this, but just go watch the video if you don't watch the video yet. Anyways, second trimester, week 13 to week 26. The prenatal clinics the clinics or the doctor's appointments are the same leading up. For me, it was the same leading up to my 20-week mark. Alright, so you just do your checks and they ask you, okay, is everything okay with the baby? Do you have any concerns? So everything was the same leading up to then. I had mentioned that we'd set my 20 weeks ultrasound. They call it an anatomy ultrasound. Basically they want to check if everything is okay, like with the baby organs, the gender of the baby, if you're interested in knowing. They just want to make sure that everything is forming properly, right? So I did my anatomy ultrasound overseas, which for me, thank God, but not everyone has that opportunity. But I saw a big difference, because when I went into the room, first of all, the equipment way different. They have the little TV, but you can see the little TV more sophisticated than the one them with in Jamaica. They had a big screen, a big flat screen TV that I could, when I was laying on the bed, I could look at in front of me, so I can see everything that the person operating the machine was seeing, right? Cold jelly, all of that, and she started. So she went through, she showed me the baby heart, so I could see like the outline of the baby heart on the screen. I can see, like, she showed me like where the bladder is. She can show me the organs, and I can say, everybody with the ultrasound, I will do baby ultrasound, and the person ask you, you see this, you see what me I talk about, you can't see nothing. But this time I was able to see exactly, me see everything, which me need to take out the picture them to show you, like me see everything, right? As a matter of fact, may I get the picture them and come back. Okay, so I found the ultrasounds, right? So this is an ultrasound I took at 36 weeks, just for reference. So 36 weeks. You see anything? You see mark foot, right? Are you seeing a foot? Do you know where the foot is? Look, it's a foot again. They don't know where the foot is. This one says face. Where is the baby's face? I can't see it. I can't see it. However, here's the one that I took at 20 weeks. Because this one I took in Jamaica. This is what I took at 20 weeks. Look at that. What is that you think you're looking at? That is the baby genitalia. Between him two legs them. That is a side profile of the baby. Look at that, you can see him make out of him face, him look his stomach right there and everything. Face, look at that. And then another profile of him down there, so between him two legs them. So you see what I'm talking about? I was able to see clearly what the lady was showing me. So I found out it was a boy. I didn't have any preferences. I just wanted a healthy baby. I was going through enough at the time to be worried about if it's a boy or a girl. I just wanted something. I just wanted the baby to be healthy and come with everything. No problems. No, just come good. Boy or girl, it don't matter. It never really mattered to me. It didn't matter to the father, but it never really mattered to me. He wanted a boy. But moving on. So after also to note, before I did all my ultrasounds, I had to drink a lot of water. I guess when you drink a lot of water and you have water in your bladder, it makes the image more clearer. No, that not really gonna help the Jamaican ultrasound, or probably it does. But you can imagine if I never did have water in your water to help you. So, but yeah, that's something that I had to do. Yeah, I didn't have a problem drinking the water because I couldn't drink or eat. I couldn't drink or eat a lot of sweet stuff. So I drink a lot of water anyways. So after I did all of that, during that time I knew I had to come back home because I couldn't be pregnant while I was doing my work program or my internship. So I had to come home, right? So I know I come home, I know I have to go back to my regular doctor's appointment to do my clinics. So come back, since I had already done my 20 weeks ultrasound. Now it is we're getting the ball rolling because we only have about 6 more weeks left in our second trimester, and everyone knows once I left out the second trimester, now any ball can play. So we're getting everything ready. I realized that now when I come back to Jamaica, I have to do an ultrasound every single doctor visit because you just want to make sure that the baby is okay. There's no cord wrapping around the baby's neck, all of that. So we did an ultrasound every week. He measured my stomach every week. I guess to know the size of the baby and all of that, because your stomach is supposed to be matching up with the size of your stomach, or the length of your stomach is supposed to be matching up, or it's supposed to be correlating with the number of weeks that you're pregnant. So if you're 20 weeks pregnant, it's supposed to be around that length, 20. So we're doing all of that and everything is fine. I didn't really have any problems. I don't have any problems with my doctors. They asked if everything is okay. Everything is okay. I didn't have like pains or period during my pregnancy. I did not have any of that. So my doctor visits were pretty straightforward. So you're taking your vitamins, yes, or if I need more vitamins, prescribe more vitamins. I knew during the second trimester I caught a cold, like a serious one, where I couldn't get up out of the bed for like, I couldn't eat for like 2 days, and I was worried about that. So maybe it would have, because people, listen, people make me afraid. Them say about baby cool and boy can catch cold, the baby can catch cold and all that. No, I'm not tell you say it's not true, but my doctor told me that it was fine and I just need to take the prenatals. Best believe The prenatals fix all your problem, and anything that the prenatals cannot fix, Panadol extra will fix, because it cannot give you anything else. When I had the cold, Panadol and prenatal. If I show you, when I went to the doctor, the man said to me, I'm going to prescribe you something for the cold. When I buy, tell me why a prenatal about to prescribe? Tell me why a prenatal the man prescribed to me. So prenatal and Panadol, the extra strength, that was the one the one in the blue pack, extra strength. That is what fixed all of my problems. If I have a headache, I take the Panadol. If you take your prenatals, believe me, probably it's on my head, but at that them will give you to fix your problems. Anyways, alright, so I just want to rewind a little bit and talk about traveling while pregnant. For me, it was a little bit. It was okay. By this time, because I didn't have a very big stomach, because I had to, like, sometimes I would find myself have to convince people that I was pregnant. So imagine at 21 weeks, me just, because I'm already fat, so but me never, from morning me never really have a big stomach, so people just look at me and think that's just a normal stomach. So first of all, everyone knows that the plane, because I traveled when I was coming home, I went to Florida and then I came home. I traveled on two different airlines during that time. Everybody knows the food not so 100. Even if you buy the food, it then still not so 100. During that time I wasn't really eating, so the little biscuits and the little juice, and when I'm going to drink juice, I drink water. For me, that wasn't working out. Let me see. At the airports, it was kind of hard finding something that would fit the appetite, and then I don't want to eat and then vomit, so I find myself not eating. Because imagine me, I run down the plane to go to the bathroom, to go vomit and all of that, because me never stop vomiting. If people talk about say, yeah man, it will stop around this time. It never stopped for me. It never stopped. Me go right through. So I did afraid to eat. I did afraid to eat. When I did go, think when I did go to Florida? When I was going to Florida, they put me in this little plane. So I went from Kansas City to Charlotte, and then from Charlotte to Florida, to Destiny. Put me in one little plane, one tiny plane. No, me, it's not the fattest of the fattest, but me have some hips on me, right? You see, when I sit down in those seats, I feel like say them stuff me in a one cardboard box. This is me in the seats the whole time, and then it's like me they close to me there the window seat, but me don't know if I the AC system me they close to, but a cold. Me have on my jacket, me have on something over, and I'm still cold. But I feel like say, because me so hook up in the seats, I feel like say me I suffocate. My stomach can't breathe. I don't know, but I just can't. I'm uncomfortable the whole flight go from Charlotte go all the way to Florida. Then you have the issue with the belt. The belt will go, the seat belt will go across you. Now, as I say, I am not the fattest of the fattest. and my tell you say my stomach, my bump not so big. So me can just imagine you have to lift up, you probably have to go lift up your belly, if you pull across the belt to you, so that make it even more comfortable again. So all I'm saying when you're flying is if you can afford the first class, because I got I think when I was coming to Jamaica I'm gonna go in a comfort, and because I get a little bit more room, and so if you can afford the bigger seats, just take it, because believe me, if you make them throw around at the park and gear anything with the man gear, you're uncomfortable, because upon top of the fact say you're not eat, or you feel nauseous, you feel bad and something, you're uncomfortable too. And now all you can't even watch one little show. If you have a show, you can't watch a little show. You can't, because you're so your mind fixated on the fact that you're uncomfortable right through. So if you can afford it, you just go ahead and do it. No, so during this time is when the persons usually start buying, because you find out you have a boy or you have a girl. So I started actually started right before I found out if it was a boy or a girl. I was kind of in a little rut, to be honest, because I didn't want to come home. I had a plan, or I had, before I even found out I was pregnant, I had so much plans for 2022. I was going to do this, I was going to do that, and then I'll get the opportunity to still go on the internship. So I still wanted to do all of those things, and I didn't want to be sidetracked or whatever. But then in all of that, in the midst of all of that, I had to come home, and I did not want to come home. So I was in a tiny little state of mind. So I used like buying stuff to kind of make me feel a little bit better, but I couldn't buy much stuff because I did not know if it was a boy or a girl. And I just, I didn't want to, but I bought some stuff. There's stuff I can buy. So the very first thing that I bought was bottles. I bought bottles, and then I bought like a gray set of receiver. I bought a little we call it what, soda. So I don't remember what the name is, the correct name is for it, but soda we call it. I bought a set with two, and what else did I buy? I'll probably buy something else, but I bought those. And when I came home, I remember feeling so accomplished, as I bought something for my baby. I was like, oh my god, yes. Like now it started to feel very real, because I started to buy stuff. And then when I found out that it's a boy, I went go on a whole shopping spree for clothes. A whole shopping spree for clothes, because me tell you, me know somebody come home. So me buy the things them. I buy clothes for up to a year. So I bought 0 to 3 months. I never really buy any newborn for some strange reason, but I didn't buy any newborn. I bought 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, 6 months to 9 months. 9 months. I bought me buy clothes. I buy things, because me know say when we come back to Jamaica, like the nice things that I make a want are very expensive. So I bought so much stuff. But I was very proud. I was very proud. I was very glad as I did it, because when I came home, some of the sets that I bought for like $5, $10 in a Walmart, them they a baby bag, and them they are half a tree for $3,000, $4,000. I cannot afford that, and that is just one suit of clothes for the baby. So I was very glad that I did it. I bought, I tell you, more than 400, 500 US worth of clothes. What else? I bought toys like teddy bears and so for when the baby want to play with stuff. When they buy those let's say about I never really buy any shoes because my know say maybe can't wear shoes for now. But when I went to my mom, because that's where I went in Florida, I went to my mom. I saw some cute little shoes in a Rasta. I couldn't help myself because I'm cheap and me can't buy polo shoes for baby or for myself in Jamaica. So them cheap, so I buy it anyway. Hopefully not try rotten for me. But buy it anyway. Buy two little slippers thing for when him start wear slippers. Hopefully not try rotten for me again. But they were cheap and I buy them. So just enjoy. Some people you might not know if this is a loss. But it was my first. And if it's a first, just enjoy it. Just try your best to enjoy it because you don't know if it's an experience that you're going to have again. So just try your best and enjoy it. Because even though I was feeling very sad going home, I would cry sometimes at night. I was like, why? But I tried my best to enjoy it. So yeah. Looking back, those were the simpler times as compared to now. You see my eyes? I've not been sleeping, which is why I took so long to record this video. Every time I put on clothes to record the video, I have to take it back off because the baby wake and him don't give me the opportunity to do nothing else, not even to eat. So just enjoy the simpler days. I used to rush it and say 40 weeks is a very long time to be pregnant, but those were the simpler days before the baby. Even now I may look back and say those were the simpler days, but just enjoy it. Take it from me, enjoy it. And congratulations. One more thing I need to talk about before I close out the video. Announcing I am not big on announcements. I am not big on letting people into my business. With that being said, you might ask, like, there were certain people that knew when I just got pregnant. Certain people that needed to know. There were other people that I told like probably a month after I found out. Those were just telling people out of courtesy that hey, I'm pregnant, by the way, or whatever. But as it relates to the rest of the world, right? The rest, like posting on social media and all of that, I did not post about my pregnancy until let me see. So July, August, September, October. So until I was around 6 months pregnant. Yeah, until I was 6 months, about 6 months. Because I wasn't posting anything on social media anyways. For me to like, I know one cares about me on social media. For why should I post it and all that? But at that time I felt like I needed to post. I needed to post something. And just talk about what I've been experiencing for the last couple of months and all of that. But yeah, with all that being said, announcing is up to you. Whenever you feel if you don't even feel comfortable throughout the whole pregnancy to do it, that's not it. I do it. I only did it for doing it. There was not really anything that I gained from posting it because I'm not that social media girl. So, but I just posted when I was comfortable, and I'm glad I waited because, or I'm glad I posted because there were so many friends, or a few friends, that were pregnant during the time that I was pregnant, and we could relate to each other and talk about pregnancy stuff because I didn't really have a lot of people to talk about those stuff with. So we talk about pregnancy stuff, how we're feeling, our expectations and all of that. We talk about that. Big up Alia. We keep each other sane, I think. because it was we were for our first time mothers, and we talk about all the things that's, people are not asking us. Um, yeah, yeah. So I'm glad. Actually, I'm glad I posted. I'm glad I posted because otherwise, I I Alia wouldn't have known that I was pregnant, and I wouldn't have known Alia was pregnant. Well, she probably would have posted, and I would have, and then it would have been the same thing. But yeah, I'm really glad I posted, and yeah, that was an easier time, and I can admit that now that I have passed and I have been experiencing somewhat rougher waters, but it's still not the worst. And pregnancy and motherhood is not for the weak. I used to hear people say that, but it's not for the weak, and that is not to deter you. You can do it. You can do it. I did it. I am doing it. You can do it. Believe me. Alright. So that's it for this week's video. I am actually going to try shooting the other video right after this, so that way I will have 2 videos that I have to edit, and then I just have to post. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, to my 7 subscribers and all the new ones that I've gained from this video. Thank you for subscribing. If it is that you feel like this information can be useful to anyone else, go ahead and share the video. If you have any questions, comment and like the video, and just watch out for the next video when it posts. Alright, so again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.